What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to be playing more Path of Exile 2 and hopefully getting through Chapter 2, or Act 2 I should say, and just trying to make as much progress as possible so that we can get to Act 3 and eventually end game. So that's really what I'm looking to do right now. I think, yeah, I just beat the Azarian, the Forsaken Sun, so now we can head over to the handy dandy Valley of Titans. We'll be getting another upgrade with that relic, of course. I don't remember what it is on the second go around, but I want to say it's like mana recovery or something. I haven't had any issues with mana yet, and I don't know if Bleed's really gonna have much of an issue with it. We'll see. We'll find out in due time. I need better gear though. I'm starting to feel a little squishy. I've been dying a lot more. So if I'm not careful, I am dying, but my damage is still fantastic. Stomping grounds, all is still really good. As you can tell, everything's just popping on screen, so that's a thing of beauty. Let me make sure, okay, I wanted to make sure that that top little corner in the map wasn't actually a destination, but not just a dead end. Looking good, looking good. But yeah, we're starting a little early today just because I want to get through. I want to get some extra time in. I want to get to end game. That way, before the end of the week, we're in end game and we're just doing things. With a new character, of course. Not my legacy character. I will somehow fix my monk and make it to where he's somewhat viable so I can use my pinnacle keys that I farmed up all last season. But yeah, nothing special. Very nice, okay. Our damage is still fantastic, it's just really my health. Defenses are suffering a bit. So I think I woke up this morning, the first thing I saw was a post from GGG, Path of Exile devs, and they mentioned that they were coming out with even more changes and more updates. These are pretty neat actually. I mean, I just feel like the community as a whole has been pretty harsh. I mean, it's not a AAA studio, but it's still performing better than, you know, Diablo and other games like that, so it's a hell of a game. Excellent devs. What's up, Walter? I think they're incredibly responsive, and I'm really happy with how well they've handled things, honestly, considering it was a rough start. But every reset, every new league's gonna have a rough start. It's gonna have bugs. It's gonna have things people aren't happy about. But that's part of it. Change is part of these types of games, so we do need to embrace it. But I think the biggest thing that I wanted to mention was that they have they've been updating things daily. So these guys are working around the clock to make this a really fun experience for us. So give them time, give them a chance, and embrace it, you know? But they have made it to where you can socket runes in, like, staves, or I'd just call it wands and scepters, so, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. That was something that they had talked about, and they did mention they were going to think about creating a system, a socket type system for those weapons, and now a lot of the damage or elemental based ones can be socketed, so I think it's really neat, really interesting. I was not really stoked about it because I don't play a lot of spellcasters one, but I'm glad that if that's what people were wanting, they got it. But I was hoping for like a more unique, I don't know, charms would be a bad word to use because we already have charms, but if there's something like that, you have to etch your weapon in some way or something, I don't know. Something cool like that. But in either case, I thought it was pretty neat that they actually added that so quickly. Choking on my spit. Aside from all the other bug fixes and all that, I'm dying here. Choking on my spit. Whew. Do you love when that happens? But but anyways, I think they're doing some pretty cool things. They're also adding the bookmarks to the Atlas of Worlds. I think there'll be up to 16 bookmarks you can place, so you can go back to areas. I really like the way that they've upgraded the search function and the filters in the passive tree. It's so much easier to find things now. We'll take a look at some of that stuff as well, but Walter, I hope you're having a great day. What have you planned for your birthday, my friend? What's the plan? Uh-oh. Yes, they're still a little squishy, but that's fine. I'm trying to decide if I want to go armor evasion or armor energy shield. With all the talks about armor, I'm fairly certain it's going to be something that's fixed and improved upon pretty drastically, so I think this is seal number 2. Everything's just dying. Captain Gauntlets. I think these are armor and evasion. The naming convention has confused me a bit because let's just say that those were called, I don't know, layered gauntlets. They used to then be called at higher tiers advanced layered gauntlets and then expert layered gauntlets, but now they have like completely different names. So let's say that they're called that. Now it's like, you know, it was like Soldier's Gauntlet. Now it's Captain's Gauntlet. It's like, okay, I have to remember all those different naming conventions, which is a little weird. I'm not sure why they did that, but it's a little too late now to go back and change it because we already have our item filters and all the information, and that's just the new naming convention they pick. So trying to get used to that new name, the new naming convention and how they've kind of decided to label these items in the different tiers, because right now I really can't tell without looking at the item. I just know that they're different because they had the same names in the standard or normal difficulty, but when you're running cruel and higher items or higher level items drop, then you're gonna see those new naming conventions. So interesting. Oh gosh. Walters, I just got word my buddies and I are going to nerd it out and play some board games while having pizza and wings. Nice. That'll be fun. Decent. As Descent is what we're currently playing. I thought you said decent. Yeah, that's cool. I've never played Descent. Is it anything like Dungeons and Dragons? I'm not really too familiar with. I mean, the board games we play are like the old school ones, you know. But I haven't played anything that's like a cool, like Dungeons and Dragons type experience or anything like that. Worst case, if we have to, then we just go energy shield evasion. Or evasion energy shield, better said. So something like these masks would be fine. If not, I'm going to try armor and evasion first. I forgot how to play the game. There you go. That's the what we needed. That's the stuff. Support Gem 3s. We have a handful of these already. This is great. We'll be using those like exclusively pretty much. A little rat. I hate those things. Take his heart. Alright. Mine now. I wish we knew what buff we got. Similar to the shrines, I have no clue what's ever happening buff-wise because I'm just like, I don't know. I know I'm faster. That's good. Tag this checkpoint. That'll be the Titan's Grotto, unless that's where we're at now. That sounds like a lot of fun, Walter. Wish I had friends. Just kidding. My birthday's in May. Looking forward to it. Definitely want to go somewhere. Not sure where though. Man, Spearfield is disgustingly strong and effective. I did not realize how good it was. I use it as my primary now. Primary setup, go for the blood rake, and then I disengage. And then if I'm feeling crazy, I just go in with a nice little blood hunt. Finish everything off. It's really nice. Deal with mobs that way. All these liches, man. You know, I do have Blood Mark, but I haven't used it at all yet, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna assign it to Blasphemy. Which means I probably need pretty high intelligence. So we'll be looking at that here soon. Unless, of course, I'm gonna try and use it. I'm gonna try and figure that out in just a moment. Alright, so the third one's over here, and then we have the waypoint where we can plug in those relics. Very nice. Medallion. Alright, so let's go ahead and insert the relics. Life recovery or charm charges? I go with life recovery, I suppose. Okay. You can always change those, fortunately. And it looks like they've changed the layout of this area too. It's much simpler. Now we probably come up here. This should be the third seal. There's really no other place to go. Yep. Third seal right there. Now we can go towards the entrance to the grotto. And apply our passive point. What do we want this? Alright, 50% increased crit chance against enemies in full life. That's beautiful. 80% increased damage with hits against... Oh, that's so good. My gosh. It just works so perfectly with bleed, and if you're going crit in general. So crit will be kind of like our quality of life, increased damage kind of thing, and then of course we're gonna then try and figure out defense. There's just not a lot of defensive nodes near her though. Arm and evasion is over by the Merc. There's plenty of evasion, but evasion as like a baseline defense or primary defense is just not there. You need something else to survive if you get hit. And evasion, the way it works with entropy and all that, you're gonna get hit. So you need either evasion or armor or something. You need a secondary line of defense. Energy shield, armor, whatever. But that's what we're gonna figure out what we need. So I know I'm gonna have evasion because it's kind of built into this character. And then maybe we just go armor and evasion for now. If armor and evasion is underwhelming, we go evasion energy shield. Just like we did with the monk. But energy shield nodes are going to be hard to come by. Because they are a ways away. Pretty far away from where I'm at, so. Oh my god, I'm getting hit so hard. Get back! A striking spear. I'm trying to learn the different types of spears too, so that's just pure elemental, looks like. We can go straight to Zalmaroth, honestly. Have a feeling those things will kill me if I die. Oh gosh. That is nasty. I'll see if I have any currency, but I don't think I do. No.
This is what I get for brain, yeah?
I'm so slow right now. Save me. And dead. Alright. That works for me. I wonder if we pick up this particular enemy's modifier or one of them, or if it's just a random modifier in general. It's hard to say, especially if I can't read it. We know we have it for at least 20 seconds though. Oh wow, that is nice. That's so cool. Oh, that was awesome. It's like Blink, but aggressive. So I have like Shroud Walker right now. That's interesting. I like that. It feels good. Feels real good. Alright, here we go. I shouldn't have deviated from my little path here. Let's go back this way just to make sure there's not a dead end, or if this isn't the straight path towards Zalmaroth. I don't think it would be, but... Okay, we got the checkpoint here. Wonder if they added anything to this. Nope, just the sword. It's still there. So I was hoping maybe they added a chest or something, but okay, that's a dead end. Alright, fine. My curiosity has been satiated. That guy just walking around. They made the enemies really slow too. They took that to heart when they said the enemies are swarming us. I didn't think that was too big of a deal, honestly. But apparently it was a really big deal for everybody. Very nice. Not being as diligent as picking up some of the things with, you know, sockets in them and all that. We'll be way more diligent in endgame, of course, when we're mapping. Ah, yes, we found the boss now. Alright, let's do this. Matthias Rain. There must be a delay in Wi-Fi or something. I just got the notification you're streaming, but yet it says you started 16 minutes ago. I started about 18 minutes ago. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird. I don't know why it does that. I did start a little early, just because I wanted to, you know, get some little bonus time in. Why not? Hope you're having a great Thursday as well. Can you believe it's already Thursday? This week is flying by. How is your journey as the ultimate assassin going? Oh my. Okay, easy killer. My day's going great. Thank you for asking. I just need to gear up. I need to figure out what path I want to go. I think I want to go primarily evasion and then a little taste of armor. That almost killed me. I don't necessarily want to go energy shield because it's harder to get a lot more energy shield now. You can get it if you spec into it, you know, if you invest in it pretty hard, but I like going, I like damage too much, so
Need more time.
I don't want to sacrifice damage for defense, unfortunately. Even though you do need to have that fine balance, I know of no such thing. I don't believe in that kind of thing. Oh, I didn't see you guys. Well, we didn't kill him as fast as last time, that's for sure. But we killed him nonetheless.
I'd better scout
We win.
before his corpse causes an
Ooh, an amulet.
A little gem for a big brute. Reckon it's mine now.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Now we can form the horn, get rid of the sandstorm, and face Jaman Ra for like the 50th time. Let's do this. Identify. I wonder what I got. Hopefully something good. Oops. The Reforge bench is so close. How about we complain about that? The Reforge bench is too close. So we like complaining about everything.
This will it'll take my thing.
The Marraketh on
Very nice. Ooh, that looks new. I don't remember getting that. It might just be new to me. It's supple. Alright, so that's good. I'll get rid of all this too.
Speak up.
Okay, what does this do for me? Healing the soul requires sacrifice. It gives us intelligence, max energy shield, 30 spirit, 26 intelligence. Life regen is applied to energy shield instead. That's pretty cool. So it gives you eternal youth almost. That's cool. I don't know if I necessarily need more spirit though right now. Matthias says, remember Inhuman in this iteration of Assassin's Creed? We're not an assassin, we're a ninja. Oh, yes, yes, yes. My mistake. Semantics, semantics. Playing this game makes me want to watch Ninja Assassin again, even though I've seen it tons of times. I watched it maybe like last month or something. It was not too long ago I watched it. And it was still very, very gory, very enjoyable. I remember, I think it was, gosh, I don't remember when it came out, but it was, when it came out, it was like really, really bloody, like nuts. Let's see. I enjoy the movie, but it's certainly not without its flaws. Like, I'm one of those guys that's like, why? Wait. Oh, I need to destroy the sandstorm. I was like, what happened? Oh, I hate this Shar and all these, but I forgot about this. Sound the horn.
I've not seen
Anyways, one of the things that I was like, you know how you go back and they show you the flashbacks of the training sequences and all that?
Fight to the last.
Well, like at no point in time do you ever really get to understand like how they were able to like be one with, like, turn into shadows and do that crazy whispering stuff and all of that. Like, you never see, aside from like the healing that the teacher did when he used like the, I forgot what the jutsu or whatever, and he was able to heal himself. That was like, oh, okay, he's gonna show us how to do like supernatural stuff. And whenever you saw the training, it was just like regular like training, like that could actually happen. most of which my dad did with me. So I was like, that didn't make me have awesome powers. And so like whenever they're moving through the shadows, like quite literally like disappearing in the shadows, and when they're throwing the shuriken or the, you know, like all crazy and stuff, like you don't really see that training, because on his first mission, whenever he's fighting like that, I don't know if it's a Scottish dude or whatever, the dude that he stabs a million times and just doesn't want to die, that guy kicked his ass. And immediately after that, I forget what the name's character, but Rain is here's the K-pop guy. He's the main actor. Rain ends up abandoning the group at that point in time. But like he didn't use any of the supernatural stuff to kick the big guy's ass. So it's like, when did he learn all that? When did they learn all that? They don't ever show that. And I just wanted to always know, like, I want to know the supernatural training part. I wanted to see that, and I feel like I never got to see that. That was my only complaint, even when I watched it 30 years ago, whatever, 20 years ago. It's still a cool movie, but I always was like, I wanted to see the supernatural training stuff. Other than the healing with the jutsu, you don't ever see that. And then you don't ever see how they learn to like do the shadow stuff or anything like that. They were just very like realistic human training. Matthias says, much like Midnight Meat Train, it's kind of weird that they went with CGI blood instead of actual fake blood. Yeah, I mean, it's probably cleaner. It's easier to clean up, Matthias. Less of a hassle. You don't have to have the interns clean it. You're like, alright, that's the scene. You paint a little blood on your characters and you're good to go. Midnight Meat Train was awesome, by the way. That was another really strange movie. I didn't know what, I was like, what just happened? Like, what did I just watch? Ended up going a whole different route that I was not expecting. You know, I don't remember Midnight Meat Train's blood being CGI, but I don't doubt it. I'm just trying to remember, like, the scenes. There's a lot of practical effects, at least as it pertains to the makeup and stuff. Oh, of course it's gonna buff one of these bros. Which bro are you buffing, though? Uh oh. Can you come a little bit closer? Because you're gonna aggro the other guy. Yep, never mind. And he's a Shroud Walker, that's great. Great, great, great. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Die! I got something special, I don't know what it is. Can I do my heart attack? Very good, very good. Not my heart attack. The attack of the heart. Okay, cool. We got some cool stuff, man. I don't know. Oh, this is a new quiver, I think. I've never seen this. 30% reduced enemy stun threshold. Fizz damage, armor. Oh, that's interesting. Projectile speed and block chance. That's really weird. Really weird. I don't mind it. It's just odd. Energy shield evasion. See, I gotta keep this. I'll keep this on my person just in case we start running this route, because scalper's jackets are pretty tough to come by. The studded vest. Oh, now it's called layered vest. My bad. It's just pure evasion, so we'll drop that. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. I'm glad I got a unique finally.
This were well made.
May or may not use it, but... Oh my gosh, I just teleported. I hate when it does that when I'm not ready. No! It makes me feel crazy. Like I have no control over when I'm teleporting. Ah, I teleported again. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Shroud Walker. When Sam Raimi's brother in real life, his character gets hit with the meat tenderizer hammer, And his eyeball flies out, for instance. That was ridiculous. Oh yeah, I didn't know that was Sam Raimi's brother. I remember, yeah. So like those super gory scenes for sure. Because I remember when he's like cutting off those nasty growths on his chest. That was disgusting. That made me like so itchy for like at least a week. I was really itchy. That made me feel gross. I do remember the eyeball flying out. It's pretty funny. Uh-oh. We need one other thing from here. We need to find the body, or the letter. The letter, that's right.
From below.
Wrong way. Face the wrong way there. Let's see. Hopefully this... Yes, okay, this is the way out. Perfect, okay. So now what we do is we go search for the body. All damage ignites, that's nice. That's really nice, actually. Little elemental damage and never hurt anybody. Well, it did. It actually did. Alright, here we go. Typically, the body's like in the center, so I hope we're kind of trending in the right direction here. Are we going the right way? I don't know. We'll find out.
Nowhere safe.
Scoundrel armor. That does have armor and evasion, that's very nice. But I think I have a pretty good scale mail, I think, or dragon mail. They changed the naming convention of how the upper tiers of the armor work, so I don't really remember. So this is scale mail now. Yeah, there you go. The body should be over here, I'd imagine. Gosh, they're everywhere. There you go, yes.
I'll not make the journey home like that.
What? Okay, I don't have room.
I'll not make the journey
Trade
home
me.
like that.
Now we just need a checkpoint. And it was just right on the other side, so that's excellent. Normally I'm running around this map for way too long.
No wounds.
Alright, let's head over this way. And then once we get to the Path of Mourning, we can go straight back to the caravan and free up some space. Our inventory is maxed out. We'll get 2 additional skill points too. Can apply those.
Dinner up here. Makes me heart ache for home.
Alright, do this. Time to do admin stuff.
The path to Desha. Go.
I'm keeping that. I almost destroyed it. We'll throw that in our alts for now. This can go into our unique stash. I'm getting rid of all this stuff. That's not bad. But it removes a ton of the mana. 15% mana, that's no good. We can always keep it. And you can sell that. Thank you, thank you. That's for you, madam. We need to go to Shambrin.
You found a letter when I warm nights.
Alright, lovely. Alright, so do we go with these? Do we go 40% increased crit bonus damage, or damage bonus, and the same thing? Okay, that's not bad. That's another 80% there. That's so much. It's too much damage. Attack speed. It's days. I don't really care too much about days build up necessarily. You know, we could grab those for now. I don't see a problem with that, but I just don't see any defensive nodes. They're all like way over here. So maybe we do go under shield evasion, you know? We would have to go this way, this route, and then come back over here. I mean, that could make some sense. Crit chance is never a bad thing. More melee attack speed, that's just flat DPS. Every time it always shows no skills affected, and that's definitely not the case, because we'll be getting a lot more damage. I'm not sure why it does that. We'll do that for now. You want my gold hoarder's ring? Okay. Selling it for pretty cheap, but oh, he came to me? Very kind of you, sir. There he is. Yeah, it's a really good ring. I probably should have sold it for more, but it's fine. It had an implicit rare find plus another additional find, so it's like pretty good item find already. I think I went the wrong way. We'll go to the actual waypoint and go from there. Text my wife, one sec. Alright, waypoint. Path of Morning. Alright, now we may begin. This area does have a special encounter. I'm not really going to go for it though, but if I can find it on the way to the exit, fine. But if not, I don't really care. It's just a support gem, and I do believe it's a 2, so not even anything we can use necessarily. So striking spears are elemental. Okay, good to know. That's the same as like the crackling staff. for the monks in that case. Just gonna kind of keep heading around this way and see where it takes us. Right, this probably, oh, here it is, perfect, we found it. Nice. Oh, is the skill gem 13, so, I mean, at least they actually scaled it.
Need more time.
That's another dead end. Sorry, we just go this way. Perfect. So I'm glad we found the encounter. A skill gem 13 is pretty nice because I do believe that's the highest, well, the minimum requirement for the highest level skill you can get. Of course, you can always improve your skill gem level. That's a dead end. Nothing but dead ends this time. I don't think I have any currency. Nope, I don't.
Got my fingers crossed.
Oh my gosh, there's a ton of them. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Coursing Spear, people love these. They do have the implicit like maim chance, which isn't bad. 33% increased elemental. That's not a bad base. A lot of potential for that to be upgraded into a nice elemental spear for somebody. We might keep that one. Alright, up we go. Oh, another dead end, right? Yep, the other side of this. Lovely. So we'll go down to this tower and then make a right. Very good. Oh, another dead end. My gosh. I found the dead ends. All of them. Where to next? It can't be there, right? Maybe it's in this area? There's no other way.
From the earth.
Gotta be here, right? Let's make sure, yeah, the path is still continuing this way. That's a dead end, and that is not a dead end. That is a dead end, okay. And another, and another. Okay, so there's really only one path to take. And another dead end. Okay. If it's not over here, then it's in the northwestern quadrant. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Hopefully this connects. Oh, but it doesn't connect. Dead end. Darn it. And you know, the funny thing is, nobody's complaining about this level. Everyone's the levels are too long. What about how weirdly designed this one is? I can't find the way out. It's pretty funny. That's a dead end too. Nobody's complaining about this one though. Good job, guys. Good job, streamers. They just get on the bandwagon and complain about everything else that all the other big creators are complaining about, but it's the little things that count, guys. We'll go this way then. Got a golden chest for our troubles. Walter says trapped out in the open. Exactly. No one's complaining about this. We're all the streamers saying the Spire's real. The Path of Mourning is terrible. Everyone's complaining about the Act 3 is too long. They have so much influence, these streamers, but they don't use their powers for good. They just use it for the power of engagement and getting a quick buck. And all the little streamers like, yeah, this video's doing well, maybe I can do the same. They don't ever think for themselves. I don't agree with a lot of the complaints, honestly. My complaint was that I was stuck on the old ways and I wasn't moving forward because it was an easy trap for me to fall into because I had really wanted to stick with my monk and my existing characters because I had put in like a bunch of time. And so I was like, you know, I don't want to wait, you know, I don't want to lose how powerful I was. But then I was like, oh hey, they are giving us the opportunity to continue playing these characters. But of course they were going to nerf them. You can continue playing the characters in the new content, which is really neat. That's unique. That's usually not really something that happens. And then when I found out that it was something that you could do, and that instead they were nerfing everything, I was really trying to hold on to that. How can I make my monk still remain very powerful? But the point was, it just no longer really, you can't use the old methods anymore. So it is really better and highly recommended to try the new content because you can just start embracing the new changes, the support gems and all that stuff, and you can find some amazing builds. So I was actually pretty happy with it after the fact, but yeah, it definitely took me some adjustment because I was like, oh man, I was a little concerned at first, but now I feel pretty good about it now. I'm actually really happy with the direction things are going as well. I'm not so concerned as many people are. I think that it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. And I'm looking forward to see kind of what direction they take as they continue making all these changes. But I have faith that they'll do the right thing. I mean, they've been around for over 10 years. They know what they're doing, you know? Walter says Act 3 is long because if you have ADD, you have to have the whole map checked. Oh, if you're OCD for sure. Man, like I'm the same way. I literally like, I have to search everything. But a lot of the people, most casual players don't do that. I search everything for the most part. And then once I discovered every little encounter and map, you know, map encounter and map drop and, you know, things like that, then I figured out, okay, I know which ones are important to search everything and which ones aren't. But yeah, I mean, it took some time. Took some time to get there. Trying to figure out where to put this point. And every time I delete this right here, I delete this filter, and it just keeps coming back. Watch if I go back to it. Okay, it's gone now. It keeps applying it again. Complain about that, somebody. Okay. So we can go crit damage, or we can start going here. I'm gonna go here towards I'm gonna start going some defense. And yes, I'm still buffing up my strength because I'm a crazy guy. And once I get the chance, I can remove that intelligence as well. Don't really think I need it, unless I'm gonna apply more of those types of gems, intelligence gems, and I guess that'd be fine. I have some scale mail on right now, actually. We're gonna try armor and evasion, but if not, we go. Oh yeah, that was probably not the best route to take then. in my head, I was thinking energy shield evasion, because I'm actually pretty close to a lot of those nodes. But I actually need to go ahead and move forward with armor and evasion for now. Who knows? We'll make a decision when it matters. Right now, it doesn't matter. I just needed something as an additional line of defense, because evasion's good, but it's only good as a secondary. It is certainly not a good line of defense otherwise. Alright, we found this area. Now we just need to find the boss checkpoint. I will not activate this yet. Not gonna fall into your trap, Missy. Let's go this way. Nothing here. Lovely. Uh-oh. Alright, now we're just looking for Torgul's checkpoint so we can beat him. And we just need to remember to grab the lightning upgrade. The lightning res upgrade. We need it. Who is shooting me? Stop shooting me. Alright. Is it this way? Oh my gosh. Ugh, what in the hell? That's a new attack. I've never seen that. That was awesome. I've never seen that. And she was not even a rare. Like, what? What was that? That was so cool. Man, I need some heal on kill or something. I'm tired of flasking. I'm lazy. Let's go this way. Uh-oh. We made it. Alright, oh, that's, hold on, is that a dead end? It is not. Nice. How did he blow up? From a mile away. The Testament of Defiance.
For all time, so that the sands may never swallow the honored dead. We give you to the sky and to the wind in defiance of the doom of the desert.
Yeah, what she said. Another path. I cannot forget the lightning res upgrade. I've done this before. Is it this way? There it is. Good gosh. Okay, get the upgrade. We're gonna grab this chest first. Thought that was gonna be my first divine, but it wasn't. Okay, let's try and see if we can defeat Torgul.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable.
Bye-bye, beast.
Paladin is nigh.
Oh, terribly time dive there, roll, my bad. Oh, another one. He's good. Most of the bosses have unique attacks. I want to know what this boss added. Nearly every boss I have fought, nearly every boss I've fought has these unique or new moves that weren't present in Season 1. And I was talking about him yesterday a little bit. But all of these seem the same right now. Torgul is still Torgul in it. I should have just done this the whole time. Little fire tornadoes, we've seen that before as well. You're not unique. Yay. 14, that's the highest one we've got so far. Very good.
You'll stay down there if you bloody well know what's good for you.
We've got some upgrades coming up, I think, today, around maybe 2 p.m., if I'm not mistaken. And those are going to be revolving around those new changes we talked about, with belts having charm slots based on item level, socketables now being able to be applied to things like your scepters and wands. So pretty interesting. Interesting stuff. Greetings. Finally have a better flask for mana. Not that I've used any of my mana flasks yet, but... Alright, so spear throw. We could do something with this. People love these things. What if we just regal it, right? What happened to it though? Oh, 30. No, nothing happened to it. Attack speed. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna do much else with it because it's not even mine, but I'll sell it for a premium.
Speak up. As we speak. Right.
Okay.
We now for glory.
The Dreadnought. Now we're gonna go here, do some things. And one of my favorite changes they're going to be making, want to say for 0.2.0e, is the fact that they're going to allow your Spectre gems and your Beast Tame gems to be disenchanted, and disenchanting them allows you to reuse them. It doesn't just consume them anymore. So that was huge. That was a big concern of mine because I was like, well, shoot, what if I'm trying to, I guess you don't have to capture them if you don't want them, but I was like, if I'm capturing one, it's like I want to upgrade it or change it out because it's like, the bird sucks. I want to try this creature instead. Well, you can't really do it unless you find another skill gem. So it's like, but now you can disenchant them, or that'll happen today. You'll be able to disenchant them and then reuse them, which is really nice. Oh, I'm dead. I ran right into that. I accidentally used Blood Hunt, and it pushed me forward, and I didn't think to disengage. I was like, yeah, I'll just rake to death, but I died. Yeah, what she said. Oh my gosh, am I dead again? I'm not. Striking spear, those are the elemental spears, of course, and they seem to be lightning. This guy right here has to die. The Plague Bringers are pretty annoying. Gotta take those guys out quick. Trying to get the base of pretty much every type of ring. That way, whenever we start figuring out what the expensive items are that people are trying to chance pretty aggressively, we can start farming those up and, of course, selling them at a premium. Armor and energy shield again. I'm gonna go evasion energy shield. Most likely. Because the nodes that were really close by, they're over by the monk's kind of tree, if you will. Armor and evasion nodes are, yeah, those nodes are really way over by the mercenary, and it takes quite a bit of an investment to get there. Oh my gosh, I went way too deep. Nope, nope, no, I might die here. Panicking. I'm good. That was scary for a bit. See, the fact that like the lace hoods and the narrow hoods are all different, I'm dead. That's the plague finder for you. That makes it a little interesting because say that the base item is the lace hood, right? And if it's normal rarity, you can chance it to something special. Does the same thing happen for the upgraded variants like before? It should, it really should, but I don't know if it matters because the item level is going to be changing the name of the base item, which will probably make it harder for new players to try and search. But it is what it is. Like, we just have to get used to the new naming conventions, but item level changes the base name of the item. So it could be lace hood, then it's whatever, I just narrow hood. It's like, that's very different. I guess you just have to remember it's hood, I guess, I don't know. But there's like 50 million different types of mail and sabaton, so it's like, I don't know, like, that's gonna get a little tricky. But they've already committed to that, and the item filters already have that information in there, as I mentioned earlier, so it's like, well, gotta get good, I guess. Memory style. You gotta just remember this stuff.
Need more time.
Alright, dude. There you go. Who's creating that effect? There's like some golden effect. My first Chaos Orb.
Now there's a nice surprise.
Golly. Go away. Getting stabbed by everybody. Swift Spear has the projectile speed increase implicit, so we know that now. Striking Spear is the lightning base. Forked Spears are really good. They have pretty good fizz damage. I like that.
Bleed to dry.
Oh, murder knife, get away from me. A waystone, okay. I got a waystone, yay. Ooh, look at me. Siphon everything, I'm siphoning stuff. This is chaos, man.
Need more time.
Absolute chaos. That was fun. I think we're approaching the end here. Yep, not much left, so.
The hunt is on.
Did I literally? I didn't tag another checkpoint either. Well, this is good for the XP, isn't it? This is all for the XP. I did that on purpose. The only bad part is about going evasion so hard is that, I'm sorry, not evasion, but energy shield so hard, is that I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, bump up my intelligence, and I don't necessarily want to do that if I don't have to. I'm just getting torn up without any kind of, like, my armor's not high enough at all. I just started focusing on armor evasion right now. Fat dog, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going ritualist, absolutely. We're going bleed ritualist, just like I had intended. Oops, what did I just do there? And I'm absolutely loving it. It's an excellent character. You won't see any tornadoes on this stream, brother. That's just not my thing. I didn't want to go elemental again, you know? I played a monk for 700 hours, I think. I think we'll try something different.
From the earth.
How you doing, fat dog? Ah, it's you bastards. That's why I was like, what is happening? Okay. The Plague Bringers. Nice. Haven't seen many Ritualist playthroughs. Cool. Well, this will be your first. And I'm glad that I could be of service and show you something new. A lot of people are going to do what the big streamers are doing and whatever. I don't care about what's meta or whatever. I want to do like... I wanted Bleed, you know? And I was like, I want to have something fun that's based around Bleed. Initially, I was struggling because I was still so stuck in my, let's play it exactly the same as Season 1. And then I started researching the support gems, and I was like, oh my gosh, this one support gem just completely changed my entire outlook on what I was considering the campaign to be a slog. And I was like, man, I just don't feel like I'm doing enough damage, and whatever else, and lo and behold, it just took a little bit of reading. The power of reading. So yeah, I'm loving it now. But Bleed is just so nice, as you can tell. It's an excellent herald. Only thing is, I'm trying to decide my layer of defense, and I've gone so heavy into strength and dex that I want to go armor and evasion, I think. Even though I think it's probably better to do evasion energy shield. I think optimal gear setup would be evasion and energy shield, but that requires intelligence, and I don't want to be a smart guy. I want to just be a regular intelligence kind of person. None of the enemies were there this time. That's where I died last time. Off to the Vanguard we go, and then we do it all over again. But yeah, I think the optimal setup would be evasion and then energy shield. But I went dex and strength, so that would make more sense to go armor evasion. I don't think leveling gives you a full life anymore either. It might give you your flasks, but I didn't use any, so I couldn't really tell. Pretty sure you don't get the full life anymore. Investing a little in block could help with suboptimal defense. Yeah, that wouldn't hurt at all. That wouldn't hurt. But you know me. I'm like an all crit kind of guy, and I'm a glass cannon, unless I can comfortably have a nice healthy energy shield pool, which it's a little harder to get as much energy shield as before. Grim Feast is gone, so like, you know, having 3,000 or, you know, isn't nearly as effective as it was before. So I am trying to kind of lean away from the energy shield reliance, because that was again the way that I was kind of conditioned last season. But if we can try and change it up a little bit, we know there's changes and improvements coming to armor as it is, so maybe we can go that route. But the energy shield nodes are so much closer. I'm gonna have to refund a few points because I was subconsciously heading towards those already. But all my gear that I have on right now is strength and dex, so doesn't make a lot of sense for me to start investing into intelligence right now. I always could. I can always change it, but that's something that we know for later. Matthias, let me see what you said. I gotta get through this little area here. These guys are throwing everything they can at me. I don't know if you're a Predator fan, Inhuman, but before I forget, did you see the trailer for the animated Predator movie? I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I did see a post for it on social media. It looks pretty decent. I think it's trying to explore the possibility of like, what if a Predator was a good guy? Which, honestly, like in Predator 2, I felt like they kind of were good guys. But who knows? It's gonna be one of those friggin' stream shares platforms. Oh, so it's just gonna go straight to like streaming services. Let's see if there's any armor and evasion. So let's use this new filter here. So we're gonna go. I'm not really sure how to do this. Armor and evasion. Oh, that's cool. Save the changes and see what's highlighted. Yeah, way the hell over here. What does this do? 100% increased evasion rating from equipped body armor. That's beautiful. We could definitely grab that. We'll grab that and this. So that's good. I mean, I don't mind that. What is this? Enemies affect... Oh, that's reduced armor and evasion for enemies, so... Not too concerned about those brothers. 1% increased attack damage per 75 armor or evasion rating on shield. Wow, that's interesting. Most of the shields don't have a ton, but that's still pretty neat. 50% increased defenses from equipped shield. Okay, I mean, we just talked about shield right there. That's interesting. A little bit of block that's right here. I'm already kind of invested in that. These were the nodes that I saw, though. Yep. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. So 4 before I can even do anything there. Damn. And then way the hell over here. Converts all evasion to armor. Yikes. I used to have that. I used to run that. Well, I guess we still have opportunities to do that. I'm on low life. Okay. Well, not a big deal. Instead of going this route, I can remove these. And then we run back up this way. And we'll go here first, grab these nodes. And then it'd be 1, 2, 3, oh my gosh, 5. We're talking end game, baby, before I get any more benefit. So we'll remove this. Yikes. And we have to have defense, though. We have to. Because we're not going to be able to survive anything. If we want energy shield evasion, we'd go up here. Obviously, we'd grab these. Then we come back up and grab these. We have these nodes here. So, I mean, we have the opportunity to do either or, really. But I do want to try and do something different. So we're going to remove this little node here. We could even grab more damage if we want to. 20% more damage there if we're just feeling kind of crazy. We can go crit as well if we want. What is my crit right now? Oh my gosh, my crit bonus is okay, but my crit chance is sucky. Oh, we're still so weak. Okay, it's fine. Anything else that's interesting here? Companion damage, projectile damage, charm charges, block chance doubled, block chance, grenade damage, reload speed. Okay, we'll try and go armor evasion, why not, but for now, I still want more damage. We'll change this one over and grab this node next too. Let's do that real quick so I can get the benefit of the damage. Killer of Killers it's called, and it looks like it goes back all through history, even to Japan, so of course this definitely has and piqued my interest. Ooh, that's cool, Matthias. I like that. There was, oh man, maybe a comic series that I was into, and it was like the first female predator, but it was like a human, right? I think it was the first human predator, and it was a female human. And it was really cool the way the story was done. It was awesome. I really liked it. We're gonna save a lot of these flasks because I had so much space in my flask last time, but I didn't really use any of it, so. Oops. I have waystones. My gosh. Already. We'll sell that. Good stuff, good stuff. Are we selling this? Sure. I don't think anybody wants any of these. That's the problem. Like, I don't... It's the Grieving Radiance hood or whatever. I used it quite a bit in my other playthroughs, but I just haven't really seen the benefit of it here in my build, my current build. But you could do a lot of aggravating bleed, I guess. It's because you're constantly going to be igniting enemies, so that wouldn't be terrible, but... Alright, let's see. Refund.
If at first you don't succeed,
Dust yourself off and try again. Yeah, I don't care about accuracy. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll try routing this way. Why not? All it takes is a little refund if we need to, so that's fine. I'll never forget how expensive it was to change or refund your passives the first few weeks. My gosh, it was disgustingly expensive. Oh hi, we got the next checkpoint.
on the earth. Bring it on. Need more time.
Die, fool.
A worthy foe.
Let me get his heart. What did I pick up? A branched spear. So now they're no longer called forked spears. Okay, see that's super confusing to me. Having now have to remember every single tier of every single item makes it much more difficult, because I could do that before when they had the same base name, but now, I mean, I know it's a spear, but instead of a forked spear, it's a branched spear. Like that's gonna be something I gotta remember. Should probably be picking up the belts too, right? I haven't been very good at picking up the belts, honestly. Who cares? I don't really want to just be picking everything up just because. We'll figure out what's valuable and we'll start farming for those items. An end game, really. Oh, this is fun. Bleed and fire, baby.
Soften a wound.
Superior garb and gloves. We'll break that down.
Need more time.
All right. Let's go straight for Jaman-Ra. Why not?
You were here. The fool under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is?
Yes. He's the thief of virtue.
My king, far more capable than Count Geonor. My king, take the power you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The Sycamore Aldura. Bow before your king. The tale of the Faradun.
Free to drive.
The era of the Faradun is now. The manifest will pay.
Oh no. Quit throwing your spears. I'm right in your face.
The manifest will pay. For my people.
Oh my gosh. That's not good. How are you not stunned yet, brother?
Justice
There you go.
will not
We're running out of time. End
I have no heals.
Need more time.
What are you doing?
go, my queen.
Damn it. I'm only gonna have like 3 flasks for phase 2. And he's kind of beefy. 4, never mind. Okay. Stand correct.
I will impede my enemies. The manifest will pay. Our gift to you.
Oh, good hit, sir. Missed finally. He's been hitting me with all those. Uh-oh. I was waiting for a parry. That was dumb. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. Don't do it, sir. Don't do it. Be nice. Stop it. Okay. How's Bleed this patch? Bleed is very good. It's actually really good. Currently, I'm using pretty low level gear. I'm just going through campaign on Cruel, just struggling through it as quickly as I can so I can get straight to end game. And I don't really want to like spend any of my currency yet to get like upgraded gear. My biggest problem really is just my equipment. So I haven't decided if I wanted to go energy shield and evasion or armor and evasion. But because I went energy shield so much last season, I want to go back and kind of go do armor this go around, because I am speccing into strength and dex pretty heavy. So, but bleed feels pretty good. When we were going through the dreadnought and all that, you could see really nice how it was doing. But with this particular boss and me being a little bit on the lower end of gear, you won't be able to see as much. But it's just because he has those silly attacks that kind of force me to use that disengage mechanic a lot. He can instantly just turn around and hit you in the face. So, but here we can do more damage. Bleed's really nice though. Bleed in season 1 was terrible. I'm gonna be a little bit better with my heals. Gotta use them though. Yeah, this Jamon Ra is gonna be a pain in the butt.
The Sycamore of Yordura. Bow before your king.
Of course you're throwing a spear even though I'm point blank range. I'm dumb. How did I still use so many heals?
We're running out of time. End this.
My queen, take the beast.
Take the beast. Alright, we're gonna have what, like 6 heals? 7 heals, okay, yay. I have a chance. This is gonna be a longer fight, of course.
The era of the Farragut is now.
I timed that so poorly.
Fly, damn you! Our gift to you!
Missed the timing again. Whoa!
We will have blood!
Damn it. That's 3 in a row for him. He's doing good.
Bleed out.
Uh-oh.
Americans will pay! Fly, damn you! Americans will pay! I cannot give up! 10,000 spears! The year of the Paladin is now! You will be forgotten! Our gift to you!
Balls.
We will blot out the sun!
Oh, really? I love that 300 reference.
Now! Our hate! The Americans will pay 10,000 spears! The Americans will pay!
Bleed.
Endless hate! The Americans will pay! I will erase you! Taste our hate!
Oh my goodness. I panicked there.
The Americans will pay! The era of the Paladin is our gift to you!
Well, if the tornado went there, we could have beat him. You jerk. That tornado was right in his face, and I was like, I had to go around, reposition.
She's still breathing. This is not over. Not yet.
I return you to the embrace of death!
Take his head, alright.
Is done.
Nothing. Do, 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 do.
The war.
Alright, let's go back. Cats are going crazy right now. Focus is going to be defense, and then we'll get a good spear once we get to endgame. We'll see what the vendors have, though. Thank you, thank you.
I hear you. Take
Nothing good, unfortunately. Ten charges.
Do not wander.
Could hit chance for spell. It's all on the lower end. But somebody might want it. Somebody might want that.
Speak up. What?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Risu's a gambler though. She makes us gamble, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money gambling. We can burn our gold pretty quickly doing that. Alright, Sin, talk to me. These are new.
Go on, tell me. Who are you, really?
You're I am. It was all the beat while I there ruled.
I don't believe it. An ancient Asmeri in the flesh.
Shiki says, hey, how's PoE 2 on PS5? It's actually pretty good, Shiki. Not a lot of complaints on my end. You know how there's a lot of crashes and things like that being reported? I didn't really feel any of that until just a few days ago. I think yesterday or the day before I had some issues with crashes. And but I haven't had anything since. So it was, I think, 2 days ago where it crashed a handful of times. But other than that, I mean, it's nice and smooth and plays good. I have no complaints. Alright, gear. We have to decide what we're gonna do.
Humidity.
I don't know if I want to go
Mountains.
armor evasion, honestly. I should try something different, though. I really should. But I'm just so used to it the other way. It's not bad. For now, we'll just go with what we have. We need to find armor and evasion pieces. We'll try and go that route. And if for whatever reason we need to change it up, then we can. We'll go evasion energy shield as a plan B for endgame. Shiki says, gotcha, I've been contemplating getting it for PS5, but I'm still undecided. What do you play it right now, or are you currently playing on PC, or what? Oh my gosh, okay, that's scary.
More coming out of the water.
Alright, we need to get... We'll beat the Ent guy. And then we'll go grab our Jeweler's Orb as well. And then we'll grab our ring from the tree. Shiki says, I was playing it on PC and have a pretty beefy gaming rig, but I've been wanting to play more console games. Yeah, I definitely prefer to play on console because I don't have like a nice rig. I use my laptop, and I'm a full-time content creator, so like I really would like to get a nice rig, but I play mostly on consoles, but I use my laptop primarily. And I just don't, because I constantly am doing content on it or whatever, and editing and whatever else, like it's always on, you know. So I'm like, it's gonna die out on me before long. So it's like I really need to invest in a rig, but all in due time. It's one of those things that's always in the back of my head that I'm like, yeah, I always put a lot of strain on it. Like, so when I'm recording, streaming, editing, I'm always using my laptop, which is the source of it all. But yeah, I do play a lot of PS5, Xbox, and Switch. I also have a Steam Deck, so whenever we... there are some like PC titles that are available and compatible with Steam Deck. I do those too. A lot of indie games are really, like, I think it's a lot of fun to play those indie games on the Steam Deck when you can. So many brothers, man.
Everywhere I go, the raffle's always a step ahead.
Siphoning wand, okay. Armor and evasion, okay, like that. But I already have a pretty good piece. That's armor, energy shield. The naming convention update has made it a little difficult for me to keep track too. So that soldier helm actually has better armor and evasion, significantly better armor and evasion. But these give me lots of stats and crit hit chance, which I really like. Shika says, I feel you there, man. How's the Steam Deck? Don't know too many people own it. It's actually pretty good. When the games are compatible, it's fantastic. It's on par with a Switch for sure. The interface is nice. The only thing is sometimes, you know, depending on, it's always the compatibility of the game, honestly, that drives it, but it can get to where it overheats, like if it's just not optimized for the Steam Deck. But other than that, I've had no issues, and that's very, very rare. Like that was like when Pal World was first out, kind of thing. Like it was just so much for the poor Steam Deck to run, but it's good. It's a good little handheld for sure. And I like it because there's just some games that are not released on console. And I don't want to have games running on my computer necessarily, because again, it's just one more thing that my computer has to do. So I can take any strain off of it, I'm down. But yeah, it's usually where I do like those obscure indie games. Ah, there's too many of these guys just sitting here. If I wait for them all to come, I'm gonna be an old man. Y'all are uninteresting. I need to get to end game anyways. We have a handful of support gem 3s. We'll be using them before long, but I do like to hoard before I start just applying things. Corpse. 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 We'll be coming up on the little boss fight here. Let's see. The mini boss should be right here. Lovely. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, in here. Aha!
They make for a curious couple. You're as good as dead.
Quit slowing me down, Slick. Oh, my face. Get wrecked. That were almost a challenge. Yes. Just kidding. We have plenty of those. So these, we're in good shape. Shiki says, thanks for being informative. I appreciate it. One last question. How's Huntress and PoE 2 treating you after the latest update? I think pretty solid, actually, in my opinion. I am not necessarily on the bandwagon of let's just bash the devs because it gives me views, you know, like I don't think if they deserve a good bashing, I would be more than happy to give them one, but it's a brand new season. There's always going to be bugs and things like that. And the thing is they nerfed heavy because they want to encourage the new content and all the changes they've made. And me, I was part of that where like I've spent hundreds of hours in the game and I wanted to have my monk, it was pinnacle melting, and some of my other characters that were just pinnacle melting quality still be strong, but unfortunately, you know, they're not the same, they're not as strong. And it was because they allowed you to play those previous legacy characters with the new content that I was kind of holding on to it. And I still used that same knowledge, and I was trying to use the same tactics to still be powerful, and it wasn't working. And I felt weak and underwhelming, and I felt like the pacing was off because I was so weak. Well, I just started looking at the new support gems and whatever else, and I just completely embraced like the new changes, and I've been having an absolute blast ever since. So every day they're making changes that are either buffing, improving, or fixing bugs. And honestly, the fact that they nerfed everything so hard up front, it's only going to allow room for improvement. So I've been loving it, and I'm certainly not going to be on the bandwagon that's just bashing the devs like just for the hell of it. Like that, to me, it's just not really classy. Like if they were terrible and they did shisty stuff, you know, like shady things, like yeah, like then I would totally bash them, and I would give reasons why, not just because everybody's doing it. The game's great, plays great. You just got to give it a chance, and you can't give up on it so soon if you're not doing the work and looking at the new things, embracing the changes, adapting to the differences between Dawn of the Hunt and Season 1. And and if none of those things are working for you, then just take a break and then come back to it, and they'll have made a series of changes that might be reminiscent of, you know, what you think your power level should be at and the good balancing there. But I'm really happy with it. I'm actually really happy with it. The Huntress is fantastic. As you can tell, you do not have to be resorting to the combo system that they kind of had outlined and envisioned for the Huntress. You can use it if you want, or you can avoid it. I'm not using tornadoes at all, right? So it's like, I like doing things that are a little different. I had always wanted to do bleed, and bleed is much more viable in this season, so I'm loving it. I think you might have convinced me to get it on console. Definitely under subscribe. Oh, thank you so much, Shiki. I really appreciate that. I stream every day, Monday through Friday, pretty much around 11 to 2 p.m. so Central Time. So, and I'm also a content creator, a full-time. So this channel, I usually just do my playthroughs, guides, and things like that, and you know, live stuff. But I do lore videos as well, and this is my smallest channel. So I'm just trying to grow my community by, you know, streaming regularly and have that kind of come up because I really do enjoy streaming. All right, cool. So now let's go tag this waypoint. It's already tagged for us. Love that, because it is a mile away. To the jungle ruins we go. The only thing is, let's see what our vendors have for sale. Obviously, she's not going to have much for us. Now you can do the local knowledge. It's really cool. You talk, you know, you go to these little things and she gives information about it. It's something that wasn't working before. Shiki, thank you. So yeah, you'll love my lore channel then, Shiki. I have covered quite a bit of games in my time on that channel. I'm sure you'll love it. Sure you'll love it. I should have actually looked at that scepter, but it's fine. I'm not a greedy man. You'll absolutely love it then, I hope. Let's see. We need a runes or sockets kind of tab, and I would pay premium cash for that. Okay, so let's look for a good spear. Thank you so much for subscribing again, Shiki. It means a lot. Let's see. And you'll love my lore channel in that case. And it's linked in the chat if you want to check it out. You will love it. Yep. Still suck. I still have the strongest one. 72% increased fizz damage. Leeches physical damage is mana. I don't really have I don't have any trouble with sustain. That stat doesn't really mean much for me yet. We could buy that and regal it and see if it does anything special. I just need more. I need more fizz. Like fizz, fizz, fizz.
Stay wary.
Okay, let's go kill stuff. Let's do this. Yeah, so I really enjoy PoE on console. I've put in quite a bit of time with it on console, and it's pretty solid. Plays really well in my opinion. Oh, Waystone. Oh my goodness. Our second Waystone. It's getting real, guys. We got our first Waystone in Act 2 Cruel, which is crazy. That's early to me. hopefully we can get a good belt. They will be doing an update today. 0.2.0E, I believe. And we'll be getting socketables. Runes will be socketable for scepters and wands. And then we also will have like belts with charm slots with each tier. So uniques will always have charm slots. Any belts, depending on the level, of course, will have item level will drive the number of slots that it can have, which I really like that. Because sometimes you have an amazing belt, but it has no slots, you know? Right now, charms aren't incredibly powerful or useful. They're not terrible. But the more you have, especially if you double up on them, you can certainly feel the effects, so. Alright, Servi, I hope we find your son here soon. I hate that part. It's kinda sad. You know, I haven't tamed a beast yet. Maybe we find us a nice quadrilla. Oh my goodness! Hold on. The Shamblers, man. My gosh. I don't like you anymore. Another Waystone? Oh my gosh. What is this Waystone sustain I got here? We're gonna be endgame kings.
Need more time.
Uh-oh. Okay, everybody take it easy. Shiki says, I may try out Huntress myself once I purchase it on console. I want to theory craft some builds I have in my head. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know if you play casually or you're super serious about it, but I would be more than happy to help if you're getting stuck in certain areas or if you have questions about builds and things like that. I've put in quite a few hours in this game, and although I was newer to the PoE series, like at this point I'm not new to RPGs at all. Souls-likes, Metroidvanias, roguelites, things like that. It's just kind of my specialty. So this game is just amazing, though. I really liked it. I just fell right in love with it, and I've been playing it since second day of launch. So like December 12th. It's been so much fun. But I'd be more than happy to give you some tips. Or we can just bounce ideas off each other, whatever. But I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to builds. Like, I like to be like, I want to make a build around this particular item. And that's usually what I'll do. I don't like to do meta stuff. Meta stuff's kind of boring.
A dead tribe.
No, he's dead.
Servi knows him.
I'm a bit of a hybrid, says Shiki. Been playing RPGs and ARPGs since the early 2000s. However, I'm not going to say to some external. Oh, I'm not going to say no to some external free help. Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it's fun. Makes it more fun. Oh, Servi, I'm sorry. I know, this part sucks. I don't like this part. Reduce flash charge. Okay, so flask charges used. I like that. Or charm charges gained. That will have a good synergy with some of the nodes, but honestly, I don't really rely on charms too much. I'm not having any issues with flasks either, but hey, let's see. Let's see if this is an improvement. Oh, look at that. All the things. Armor. Yeah, it's no good. Not for me, but let's see. Better resistances, at least, to some regard. 13% reduced flask charges used. 36 to armor. 10% increased flask mana recovery rate. I mean, not terrible. I'd be losing some mana and a little bit of life recovery, but I'm okay with either one, really. I'll keep this, maybe to sell it later, and then we'll definitely just probably... We could sell that. No one's going to really buy that, though, because what are you going to be needing all that accuracy for? It's got a decent amount of armor, but then it's got int as well, so it's like it's kind of a strange thing. There are some uniques that kind of go like strength and int, but it's fine. Oh gosh. Shiki says, I agree with you there. I like to find my own way and my own builds instead of following. I don't, yeah, as a content creator, this is probably the silliest thing, but I don't watch anybody's anything. I don't watch anybody else's videos. I just don't. From a lore perspective, I don't, because it would like influence me subconsciously, and I don't want to be biased by anything. And then I just don't really. A lot of times, like creators are just, you don't know, it's just, you know how it is. There's a lot of fluff out there. A lot of like the world's best bleed huntress ever, and it's like, okay. So I just would rather create it myself, and I like the challenge of learning things. Like I like to have to learn and figure it out on my own. That's part of the challenge for me, and that's part of the satisfaction as well. And if it's just being handed to me, it just is very boring. I get bored very easily, so I do challenge runs all the time too on Souls-likes pretty regularly, like. So whenever I get bored, I just kind of mix things up. I was playing the first Berserker Kazan, but then I had some things happen in real life that I had to address. Messed up my schedule, but I was doing first Berserker Kazan fists only, and I was the world's first to get through Viper fists only, and I've paused after that because I just wasn't able to fit it back in my schedule and balance PoE2 and all the drama that's been going on with it. But yeah, I do challenge runs pretty regularly. I just have to have a bit of difficulty, spice things up. Shiki says, instead I like to talk about and debate in other people's builds and theory craft. Yeah, same. Theory crafting's fun. Alright, we got this. I'm gonna go tag. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. We need to go Venom Crypts. And Silver Fist. Oh, lovely. There you are. Hello, friend. Oh, that was scary. Be nice with that. Why'd you throw it at the neighbor? Oh my. Oh, he just slammed. I dodged just in time. Brosif, oh my gosh. You calm it down, please? He's so angry. No, he did the baby roll. No! No, 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 no. I haven't seen that in so long. That's hilarious. Stop with the AoE slams, brother. No. Bad. Go to sleep, Silver Fist.
Sorry, big fella. That were a fight for the ages.
That was a good fight. Oh, the Book of Specialization. Pretty decent bleed you've got going. And this is, well, for single target, I'm struggling right now because my physical damage is a little low. It's a little low because, I mean it is right now. But the bleed I have on like mobs and stuff is pretty solid. It was really, really good. It started slowing down right at the end of Act 2 Cruel. So I just need a higher fizz damage base because bleed builds off of fizz damage. So if I can do high fizz, high crit, and all this stuff, then the damage up front is going to be really heavy for the bleed. So it's okay damage, but I was melting everything all the way up until Cruel Act 2 with like Dreadnought and on. It's been a little slower. But yeah, it's still very good. I'm just gonna need to optimize it though for end game, of course. Okay, so we're gonna go more damage. We'll figure out our defense later. Okay, there's another one around here. Could always go with a melee attack speed. It's never a bad thing to do. Oh, that was right. I was going for these. I'm not going defense yet. We'll do defense later. I'll do defense once I'm struggling in the game. Like, why am I dying all the time? We could just go more damage. More flat damage, I think. Oh, I need to grab this, though, too. Darn it. That gives us DPS immediately just by getting those nodes, though. Or we go crit. We'll do crit whenever it's like quality of lifetime. And then that's 8%. Ooh, okay, we'll go that route. I like that. Here and here. Okay, so. Fair enough. I like it. Now we need to go find the Venom Crypts. You'll get there. Yeah. We were melting. Like, so pretty much you can melt all the way through. And then when you get to Cruel, you start slowing down a bit if you don't have a proper, you know, single target. Anyways, you start struggling just a bit. But you see how everything's just popping? Like, I literally took my hand off the controller there. And just so that you know, I haven't added any support gems or done anything like that either. Like, I just hoard everything until like I'm really struggling and hit a wall. And if I hit a wall, then I'm like, okay, let's go back and let's update. But I haven't done that yet because I haven't really hit a wall. It's just more so like, okay, I'm slowing down a bit on the damage for single target. But you see how everything just dies? It's still so very satisfying. But yeah, I'm not at the point where I'm like, ooh, I need to update the build or anything. Not yet. Defense will be the big concern for later. I know the damage will be there, so that's not a concern. But yeah, our damage, we've been able to one-shot mobs and stuff like that for the entire time. After I got over my little, I'm sad because I can't be a pinnacle boss melting monk anymore. And once I got over my legacy character sucking, I started embracing the change. And I'm loving it now. Absolutely loving it now. Your little opening AoE strike is so annoying, sir. It's so annoying. Just want you to know that. Everything's popping. I think I'll try a poison-oriented build. I've never gone poison in PoE once. It'll be refreshing to try something new. Yeah, for sure. The only other thing we have here is the shop, which will give us like a guaranteed rare item. There'll be like a little camp somewhere. See, the branch spears aren't bad. They have pretty decent chance for fizz damage rolls. Oh my gosh, guys, quit shooting me, please. Ah! Thank you. I'll take that. Alright. Venom Crypts is... I always get lost in it. But we'll go pick up that, the Venom. A poison build would be fun, though, for sure. I did a poison concoction, like what I called a witch doctor with the ranger. And that was tons of fun. You can really feel the decline. Oh, yeah. You can. You can feel it because you're just so in tune with your character, typically. And you're like, that's not how I was performing just a few maps ago. But no, like, clearing is still incredibly satisfying. This single target dropped a little bit. You jerks. And it wouldn't make a ton of sense because I've invested so much into strength to then go chaos inoculation because I'm losing, you know, I'd be losing a decent chunk of health. So I don't know. I'm thinking armor and evasion for now. And then we'll probably change to armor and energy shield when we're trying to optimize. Entwined Hulk. On the plus side, you're almost to the next level. That SP is just a few clears away. Yes, it is. That's exciting. We only have a few more points we can get from this chapter anyways. We'll get the... Once we get to the meat... Oh my gosh! Once we get to the meat of Act 3, we'll be in a position where we pretty much have to just resort to the heart. And once we sacrifice that heart, that little chamber thing, then we get the last 2 points. These guys are the bane of my existence. Get out of here. My gosh. Armor and evasion. Okay, so Trailblazer. They've changed the naming convention. So like, let's say that this was like Explorer armor or whatever. It would have had the base Explorer armor forever, no matter the item level. But when the item level increases now, they changed the base name. So it makes it really tricky because instead of having like Explorer armor, Advanced Explorer armor, and Expert Explorer armor, you now have like Explorer armor, Trailblazer armor, and then like whatever armor whenever it's like the highest level. So it's like, eesh. Makes it really confusing because now I have to look at things and be like, wait, what is this? Because the base name changes. Ruby, nice. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be changing that because at this point we've already committed to it and we have the already have the item filter list and all that already updated. So I don't think they'd go back and rename or rechange the naming convention, but I wish they could have kept it somehow similar because it does make it quite tricky. That poison is disgustingly strong. And the Shamblers are always jerks. Like, they're usually pretty bad, especially for melee characters. If you're not proccing some crazy room clearing herald, you're gonna get shot a few times and it sucks. It hurts. Yeah, that poison's nasty. Yay! Love that sound. Alright, cool, let's see. What was I doing with my life again? Oh, yes. Could go here for stats, or we go here for just more evasion. 100% increased evasion from armor. What do I have on right now? I mean, it's not terrible. So yeah, I mean, you just get double the armor. That's great. It's really good. Well, you get more stats there for dex. And what does this do? Okay, that's just evasion. Really just care about these then. Probably be better to get... Well, 30% more evasion just depending on... Oh, increase. Okay, so that's additive. It's fine. We'll see. Either way, we're going to get both of those nodes. That'll be a little bit more evasion for us, which will put us at whatever. Anything higher than 39%. I'll be happy with above 70. And then armor, we gotta crank that up. I love how our resistances are like all negative. Everything but ice. Our cold res is so high. Jeez. You guys are jerks. My gosh. salvage that. Home guard helm, okay. Yeah, see they're changing all that stuff, so I'm like, what is that? Gotta remember everything now. I memorized the base types, but now that they've changed the base, it's like, as long as you're, like the same bases that existed in Season 1, those are now just like kind of like the lowest tier base name. And then everything else, item level wise, starts changing. It's like, so 3 tiers. 3 different names. Or sets of names. Ah, stuck. Nothing over here. It's probably going to be up in the top right corner, but that's fine. I don't mind the XP. Can I parry you up close? I guess so. Bracers. Let's go down, because I figured it's going to be up anyways, and since we're damn near cleared everything, might as well just see what's over here in this corner. Deerstalker hood? Okay, that's completely different than the cowled helm or whatever it's called. See, that's tricky. Pushing my memory. The max, my memory skills, memorization. A million enemies. My gosh. That was rough. Well, he wants this really bad. Pulowski. Probably means I sold it too cheap. What is he wanting? A crossbow or something? Ooh, hopefully he didn't freeze. Oh, he just wants my movement speed boots. Thank you for your business. I get back. I think my portal should still be there, right? The Ziggurat encampment. Still got a ways to go.
Be wary.
Be wary.
How can I?
Alright, what can I sell here? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna make a lot of sense to. I'd rather get the 2 regals for it. Let's see. This not bad, but we probably want something with increased projectile level, if they even have that anymore. That was my old belt.
Still alive.
Let's go get rid of some of this stuff too. If I can salvage anything.
Still alive. I'll take it. Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the water. That's fine. And then we have the Asia Amulet. What does this do again? Mana regen. We have all these little guys. We'll get rid of those. I don't know what we're going to be able to do with charms, but since there are charms that can be made, like there are charms that are unique now. I don't know if they can be made unique. But I'm okay with that. Totally okay with it. That's a decent jewel. My first jewel that's usable. That's not bad, okay. And then we'll sell this. Can't believe nobody wants that.
What do you? It's a deer. Be wary.
Venom Crypts. Alright, let's go find the Venom. The Venom draft. Whoa! Sarcophagus. Dune Runner Sandals.
Bring it on. Need a moment.
Oh my goodness. No! Everything is spitting poison at me.
Need more time.
periodically releases fire, like every second. Get out of here. No, no, I'm dead. I'm not dead. That was close. Wow, this is what it feels like to be a rare enemy with a broken skill. There we go. That took longer than expected. I was setting up my desk and chair. Nice. Very good. You're getting your whole setup going.
Hold still.
Nice. Shiki says, yep. I don't sit at the desk often because of how long it takes, but when I do, I make sure it's comfy. I don't drink a beer every day, but when I do, it's a Dos Equis. I like it. Jeez Louise. Uh-oh, uh-oh, go away. Sir? I have nowhere to play the game. Oh, there you go. I'm tanking it. Give me your heart. It's my heart now. Alright, I like it. Sarcophagus. Alright, so where's the venom? Need the sample. It's probably down over here then in that case. Right by the entrance. That'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Didn't you know? He doesn't want you to play the game. Yeah, he's like, you just stay right here. This is nice. He had me tucked in that corner. That was scary. We don't like the exploding grounds. Hello, Entwined Hulk. He was getting pushed around so much I missed him. I would have killed him, but I completely missed my strike. Reaffirm, or rearm, that's the way to go with these spikes. Spearfield is such a powerful skill. Really easy to overlook and be like, it's pretty underwhelming. It's actually quite strong. No, volatile plants, get away! Thank you, good gravy. Blow up and go away. Thank you. Oh, right in the kneecap. I got him right in the kneecap.
From the earth.
Oh, you and your stupid thing. Okay. I grabbed it, but barely. Volatile plants, man. Get out of here. Very nice. that's not the way. So is it over here? If not, it's going to be in the center of the map and I'm going to be so sad. Okay, it's here because we had a checkpoint indicating that we've made it to the end. Good gosh. And that's why we don't like that area. Alright, let's see. Chaos Res, +5 to attributes, or grant 15 reduced slowing potency on debuffs. That's pretty important actually, because later on it gets really annoying. Chaos Res isn't bad either, but I'm probably never going to get Chaos Inoculation, so it's not a terrible thing. We don't care to stack stats, we can always apply points. Grants 15% reduced slowing potency. Again, not a bad thing. What's my Chaos Res now? Nothing. Chaos Res is nothing. I don't know. Honestly, you just don't get hit by that stuff. Mans is real anxious. What does he want so bad? Corpse Shelter Avian Robe? Well, come on down, buddy. He wants it for the spirit, I'm sure. What am I even selling it for? 1 regal? I'm too nice. Look at all this rarity. Oh, never mind. I thought it was rare. It's this rating. We'll just break that down then. Well, he's gonna have to wait if he's like gonna warp to me.
What do you need? Don't drink the water.
You gotta warp to me, bro. He can't warp to me either. Oh, chat. Okay, there you go. Okay, maybe we just go to a, like the Ziggurat or something. Not Ziggurat, but the Clearfell. I wonder why I can't go to his hideout. It's so weird. Oh, it didn't work. Warp to town. Alright, so this should work. There you go. Hopefully he didn't try to warp to me, so we can actually make the trade. Do the deal. Do the deal. Oh my gosh, scared me. Give me my regal boy. Cool, man. Good talk. Walter says, damn, you're already that far in a couple of hours? Yeah, I'm in Act 3 already, and we're about to get to the boring part of Act 3. We just need to go to Infested Barrens, tag a few waypoints, and we'll be good. In 45 minutes, I can probably get to the Matlin Waterways, I hope. Hopefully. We're rich now. Yay. Yay. Here, and... currency? Wait, is that a grater? Wow. That's good. You know what, let's do it all. Let's do it old school. Unequip. Throw in there. Yeah. How many exiles do I have? Okay. We go Artificer. Boop. Oh, because it's a little weapon, and so it's one-handed. That's soft. Fizz damage. I'm going for it, baby. I don't want to quality it and stuff, but I could. Oof, that's just a good weapon, isn't it? Now we're super OP, right? We're gonna win everything. I don't really need to go back to Venom Crypts. Let's just go back to Jungle Ruins. We should be unstoppable now. So you go Jungle Ruins and then the camp. I haven't actually talked to anybody at the camp, but I don't know if that matters much. Matthias says, an hour later. Sorry for the delay. I heard you say the Predator storyline with the first human Predator was one that you enjoyed. Mine probably would be Batman versus Predator. Ooh, that's awesome. That sounds awesome, Matthias. But then that was about an hour later. But I remember. It's all inside. It's all inside the noodle. Let's see. I guess we could find the camp. It's not really important. I don't want to go through this again. The camps do have guaranteed rare items. You pretty much in Act 3 get one rare piece of every single piece of equipment, guaranteed from different encampments, mini bosses, and things like that. Game. Sometimes it's faster to just do that. What exactly are we looking for?
Sir, just what are we facing here?
Oh, okay. I always say that wrong. Let's see. The update 0.2.0e should happen sometime today. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, my back. My shirt is awesome, isn't it? Look. I got some really awesome shirts a few days ago. Ah, yes, yes. We've made it. Okay, so let's go this way. And hopes that we find infested barons. Okay, we'll go around. No, these guys again. Get out of here. I do recall the Batman vs. Predator being a thing. That was trying to remember it, but I do know that I looked at that a while back. I mean, years and years ago. I used to love like those kinds of crossover events, things like that. It was so awesome. Where'd you get that shirt? I love vintage Sonic. There's a place where you can get like little graphic tees, and there's always like video game themed ones, which is interesting. And it's called 5 Below. It's like a store where you can pretty much, you just get like little, I don't know, like anything you can think of, and everything's like $5 or less. And you can get these shirts for $5. Like, heck yeah. So I just got a whole bunch of them. It's like, I will do this. But yeah, Sonic is amazing. Vintage Sonic, indeed. A classic Sonic, I would say. The newer Sonic games, I'm really just not a fan of. I don't enjoy them at all, honestly. The camera, the angle that you're running, the physics, it's just all off usually. They're pretty much just cash grabs for the name. I don't like them very much. Matthias says, speaking of Batman and Ninja, Oh yeah, I saw Batman Ninja. That's really great. Batman Ninja 2 comes on DVD next Tuesday. Oh, nice. An Easter gift for your son. Very good. Yeah, I hope he enjoys that. Batman Ninja was pretty cool. I did like it. That was one of the first things I featured on my third channel many, many years ago. That was coming out. So funny. But I remember that being one of my first videos. That and like the Castlevania announcement and stuff like that. It's so funny. Oh, how times have changed. Let's go kill this thing real quick. Yeah. I got the worm. Jagged spear, what is that gonna be? Okay, just like regular spear. Why don't I feel like overpowered yet? 25% increased fizz damage. I guess 25 of 100 isn't game breaking. Key releases, is this Cruel Act 3? You bet it is. Or as you would call it, Key Release Act 6, right? Remember I was teasing yesterday, I was like, that's so confusing. I have to do like math in my head, I'm like, carry the 2, yes. It is Cruel 3. I'm trying to catch up to you. Because you're putting me to shame. How are you doing today, Key Release? Oh, I thought it said something at Leprechaun. I was like, huh? Chimera Wetlands. We're gonna go tag this. We're gonna go find the waypoint over by the Motlan Waterways. And then we're gonna go kill the antlion and the boar. And let's see.
Excellent.
There's one more thing I need to do there. Azak Bog. We're gonna do the Azak Bog. So essentially, we just need the waypoint, and we need to find Azak Bog. Key releases, I hit maps finally, but I have kind of stalled because my guild isn't great and my equipment's even worse. Is this the existing guild that you said you're trying to maybe find a replacement or just, you know, new crew, if you will? Matthias says, speaking of Five Below, I got a Christmas Darth Vader shirt there a few years ago. It says, I find your lack of Christmas spirit disturbing. Nice. That's very nice. Kiri says, oh, build. Oh, your build. Okay, I thought you said your guild. Yeah, I wish I had the time to do... You think I have all the time in the world, right? Because I do this for a living, but I literally don't. Because this can't be the only game that I cover. And so I just couldn't be able to... I wouldn't be able to run a guild or anything, you know? Unfortunately. I'm so much better at just doing, like... I'm stuck in the wall, by the way, but... I'm just so much better at just doing things like solo. I'm so used to it that it's really hard for me to... figure out how to not. Would you die, please, sir? Good day to you, sir. As Willy Wonka once said. Can I not carve his heart either? I wanted to carve his heart too. What did I get? I'm fast as nards. Look at that. My gosh. I'm so fast. I wish I could see the ability. This is so dumb. Is this the modifier maybe? 32% movement speed? This is what we should be moving at. If we could move this fast, my gosh. It's gonna be beautiful. We'll get a 30% movement speed boot. Not a problem. I find your lack of spirit disturbing. That's pretty awesome. Sebastian, what's up, brother? What? We got all the things. Evasion energy shield. So tree runner shoes. Okay. I get it. That's not bad, but this is, yeah, so this is going to be a striking spear because it has purely elemental. I mean, you don't want elemental when you're going bleed. That'll destroy everything you've set out to do. Ill-advised.
Bleed out!
I do love this bleed build though. Absolutely loving it right now. Just the higher fizz damage we go, the better it's going to be. Only thing I need to work on is single target, and you know what I haven't used a single time? I have not used Blood Hunt, or Blood Mark, or whatever the hell it's called. We'll use it now. See what it does. I don't really know what it's supposed to do. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Just crazy stun buildup, it looks like. What does it do? Slow down, brother. I'm trying to test something here. Let's do this to get out of my way. Thank you. It's just crazy stun buildup, pretty much, right? I don't mind that at all. I need to read the item description, huh? Maybe that would help. Alright, give me whatever you had. Your heart is mine. What was I doing? It was Bloodhound's Mark. There you go. Mark a target, making them suffer heavy stun. Build up from blood loss. Oh, if they suffer enough blood loss while marked, the mark is consumed and they will release an explosion of blood. Oh, I can certainly do that. That's awesome. The mark duration doesn't tick while the marked target is suffering blood loss. I like that. And then the explosion does all kinds of stuff. Okay. Okay, cool. And then all the math stuff. I love it. Mathematical indeed. Am I Hora hasted right now? Aura hasted? Or Aura hasted, yeah. Hasted Aura? It's hard to say. Gotta be an easier way to see this stuff, guys. For console players, anyways. I can't hover over my skills. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I really wish that I had, like, if I just focused on one game and I didn't have 3 YouTube channels and whatever else, and then I would certainly have a guild and it would be so awesome, Kirli's, but I just don't. The only way I could think of doing it is like someone else would have to manage it, you know? Which that could be kind of like my Discord. Like I have 2 people that really want to do that. I'm like, okay, great, because I suck at doing those things. I get so fixated on just a few tasks. But I was waiting for YouTube to, because they have this like community type tab they're revamping and they're creating like essentially a Discord on YouTube. So I was waiting for that, but because it's not rolling out very quickly, it would make more sense to. It would make a lot more sense to just go ahead and activate and start doing the whole Discord thing again.
These Azak give tribal life a bad name.
We'll go here, and then we're going to end up going right back out so that we can find the waypoint for the Matlan Waterways. And we found the camp, which was fantastic. So, We got trapped in that little corner. We still survived somehow. Why do I feel faster? This is great. How are you not dead yet? You're who I was aiming for. Shiki says, and they say streamer luck isn't a real thing. I know it. Bunch of liars. I think I used up all my streamer luck though in last season because I was like making dream fragments and all these other things. Chance. I was using a lot of chance stuff. I was getting audiences with the king all the time. It was a thing of beauty. I got 2 audiences of the king in one stream. It was so nice. And like within an hour, it was really awesome. Okay, so really, is that it? Hold on. I forget. Yes, the troubled camp. Yes. We'll go Azak Bog and get the rest of our spirit. Ignat Duke deserves to die. She's mean. I mean, you don't mess with kids, right? Like, you don't eat children. This is like rule number 1. Talk to me. Servy. That sounded like the dream stream. Exactly. This is the stream of your dreams. I don't know what that's referencing. I'm gonna assume that's a good thing. You have to remember, I do watch smaller streamers occasionally when I have the time, but I have 3 channels that I'm working on, and it's just really hard for me to like have time to do that. And I can't multitask, like I'm the worst, so it's very difficult for me to be like, let me just have it on. I wouldn't get anything done. But if that is a thing, or that's like an actual channel or something, never heard of it, but I'm sure they're great. Alright, let's go find Ignat Duke. I don't really care to find the ritual because we don't need to have all the fire reduction. We just try not to get hit. And I'm going to show you that each of the bosses, like I've mentioned, they have new attacks this season. And trust me, because I've fought the bosses extensively in all... like so many ways, okay? So I have fought each of the bosses a ton of times. And I noticed that they had some different moves. You'll see that she can now lift her spikes and then use like telekinesis to like throw them at you in phase 1. When she's going all Quidditch mode. Actually, before she goes all Quidditch mode, if her feet are planted, she can do that stupid little attack. Shiki says, oh no, I wasn't making reference, just saying that with all the great RNG, oh yes, it was dream quality stream, for sure. I had, it was a really great stream. I was mapping and I was just trying to farm audience with the king. That was what I was trying to, I figured, oh, it would take me all stream to do it. I got 2 in like 1 hour. It was fantastic. I built up so much tribute and just like, literally within like 2-3 tries, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And it was so nice. But yeah, and then earlier in the week I was doing just like chancing some stuff and I was getting all kinds. I got a dream fragments. It was so great. I kept it though. I like to hoard. I'm a collector. I don't care about being rich necessarily unless I really need something, but I mean, I probably have like, I think 5,000 exalts and whatever, like, you know, whatever. I don't go like crazy with the currency, and I only had like a few divines and stuff, so I got what I needed, and then aside from that, I just farmed up pinnacle keys and pinnacle content. That's really all I cared about. And I farmed up keys in hopes that I could like max out the trees for every single thing. and I was gonna wait and do it with my buddies, but they just kept restarting characters and stuff, and so we never really got around to it. And then they ended up nerfing that monk, and I'm like, oh no! So I just need to find a way to make him where he's able to survive pinnacle encounters 3 out of 5 times, and if I can do that, then I will go ahead and max out my tree, and then I'll be happy with that monk, because that monk was my favorite character. I had a bunch of really great builds, and they're all on the streams. I had like this crazy witch, I had a poison concoction, ranger, or pathfinder specifically, but we made all kinds of really OP builds. Time to die. I think I saw the effigies over there. I saw some sort of text, I wasn't sure what it was. But yeah, those are some good streams. Good streams indeed. I did Thorns only. I was the world's first to do all of Act 1 Thorns only. That was pretty awesome. But then I just wasn't... I didn't have the sanity to continue because I normally do challenge runs, but I just wasn't in the right space to do that. So I had to just be like, let's try something new. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this game. And that's why I'm going to continue featuring it. It'll always be featured in some capacity, but I do want to continue my Souls-like stuff. And what is that? Why is it... Oh, okay. It was glowing. Oh, it got blinded. Because it was just in the vicinity. That's so funny. I blinded the effigy. Okay. She's gonna be in the center then? Fine. I have 30 minutes to kill the witch and then go to Chimera Wetlands and kick as much ass as we can there. You know, I think this go around I am gonna try to actually farm some of the trials. I loved the trials. I didn't think anything was wrong with them. I thought they're great even from the first initial kind of go through. But I would like to farm some trials this go around. And maybe I can get some currency that's valuable that way early on in this season. Okay, how many Azak are there? Ow, my face. They're just like, stab. That's not nice. Yay! Alright, what do we do? What do we do with all this power in our hands? What did we do last time? Oh, are we going for this? This is where I'm kind of like, I want to go for more attack damage stuff, but essentially what I really care about next is I want to go crit, and then everything else got to go defense. So, let's think. Let's think through this, guys. 24% increased attack damage, that's so disgustingly strong. That's very good. So I could go 1, 2, 3, and then start working our way up here, if I ever do that. Okay, I'm just thinking. I still have the armor evasion nodes, kind of what I'm going for defense, but the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know. They need to... Armor needs to be a little bit more effective end game. That's fine. Actually, I am gonna go this one first, I think. I forgot about that. We'll refund it and go the other route. Can you hit me? There you go. Oh, checkpoint. We're right here. Lovely. Let's do this then. Yeah, your memory is fantastic because I forgot completely. I was like, wait, I was really excited. I was like, oh yeah, we get some defensive nodes. Okay, I want to get evasion in a nice, healthy spot. That's for sure. But I just don't. I'm all offense. Like any game I play, I'm incredibly aggressive. My only defense is usually, you know, like my agility or just my parry skill or something. But this game's different. You got to play it a little differently. It's a numbers game, you know.
Don't drink the water.
I won't.
Ought to rethink me approach.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Might as well since we're here.
Die.
Adapt or die. Boom, 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 boom. Evasion's creeping up. Ever so slightly. You know, I'm sorry, that was a waste. That was
And
just...
you dare don't.
That's fine. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I was gonna just say, you know what? Let me just get these melee attack speeds, and that'll be even more DPS. But it's fine. Contemplating. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I'll take.
Alright, let's go defeat Ignagduk, get the rest of our spirit, and then we got a beeline to the Chimeral Wetlands. Find a few things there. There's a few points of interest there we need to go to. I don't care about the abandoned camp much. But I do like killing that one unique enemy. He's so cool. Lady, the hell are you doing? Oh, did I get stuck in the... Yeah, I did. Ah. Wait a second. That was scary. Stop it. I ran into every single one of those. Yikes. You're gonna be mean, aren't you? Wait, that's like a weird attack. I don't know why she's always facing the wall when she's doing that, so I need to see what that looks like, because it's a little confusing. Oh my. Oh my. You nice. She call me a lizard? How are you not dead, woman? I had to stab her like 16 times.
Spirit watch over us. I'm more
I don't need that.
disgusting sight I've not seen.
Very cool. And we'll give that to What's Her Nuts, and we'll be in good shape. We'll go straight to Chimera Wetland, try and find the waypoint for Trial of Chaos, the camp with the unique monster, the Noxious Beast, and then kill the Chimera before we go to Kwani's place. Kwani's Sanctum, I think. I don't think we'll make it into the Sanctum just yet. That means next stream will be an endgame. Very nice. Wait, what did you?
Eat anything colorful.
She's gonna give me a
If at first you don't succeed,
dust yourself off and try again.
What do you need?
Thawing? You don't have like a cool stun charm?
killing scum.
Don't drink the water.
Yeah, I haven't touched any of my abilities in way too long, but it's fine. I'm not really struggling, so we'll just kind of keep pushing forward for now. End games where we really take a moment to look at our build. We'll figure out defense. We're going to run a few maps, of course, figure out defense, see why we're hurting so bad, where our pain points are. That wasn't very nice. It wasn't. She just was sitting there. So I had to stab her. And that looked really vicious. That made me look like the bad guy. And don't forget, she's been eating children. So that mark thing is amazing. It's like heavy stun build up for days. So we need to find some heavy stun synergy. Probably even need to slot in Blasphemy. I mean, it's just so good. I was so surprised at how good it was.
That was almost a challenge.
I don't know what power he had, but it's mine now. It's my power. So bleed's good. I love how effective it is this go around. Oh my. How are you so fast? How about you nerf that, GGG? See, people complain about the wrong things. They made that poor Val like run in slow motion pretty much, and then you have a lion that like zips across the screen. To me, that never bothered me. In fact, being swarmed by enemies is good because enemies, as long as you're defeating them, are just delivery boys, and they're gonna give you items. So why do you want them a mile away or moving really slow? I want them quick. You have ways to slow them down. You have pin, blind, and maim. Like that all kind of gets them to where they're a lot less of a threat. So it's like, use your tools, kids, before we start complaining on social media. Because then the devs are like, oh crap, everybody hates the game. It's like, no, just the loud people. Just the ones complaining. I think it's great. I like being swarmed. In fact, there's nodes that even give you more damage if you're swarmed, you know? So if there's enemies in your presence, like, so it's like, I want them to come quickly. I don't want them all, like that guy right there, he's annoying. He's way the hell over here, you know? I want him on me. That way I can kill him with all the rest. That's how you get heralds to proc better as well, or be more effective, because they're exploding nearby enemies. If they're all far away or they're moving too slow, you're just not going to get the same effects. Yeah, I've never had a problem with the difficulty. I've only ever had issues with my own approach to it. In Dawn of the Hunt, when I was trying to remake everything that was broken and nerfed to death in Season 1. So it's like, no, you can't remake that stuff. We gotta try and find new ways to break the game. They've given us 100 plus new uniques, and they've given us 100 new support gems. So in my eyes, that's potential for 200 new ways to break the game. Obviously, that's not, you know, I'm exaggerating, but you know, we got to use the tools that we've been given. Another dead end. Good gosh. I'm gonna go to the far right because that could be something. But let's see, 15 minutos. Ah. I wish I could capture this beast. What's my capture? I'm gonna try. Where are you, brother? I want to catch him. Can I catch him?
Come here.
Does he have to walk into it? No, that's not his thing. Wait, stop! No, damn it. I killed him. Dang it. I got a little crazy with it. There's the bloodlust, you know. I felt it. Dang, I forgot how to do. I haven't done that very often. I don't use my back row hardly at all unless I'm doing a detonating spear or anything like that. So, oops, I killed him. That was an accident. I wanted to see if I could Pokemon him, you know. You can tame beasts now, and I'm not sure. He's unique in the sense there's no other creature like him, but he's not unique as a actual rarity class, which is interesting. We'll go here in just a moment. We got to go to the trial first, or find the trial first. Darn. We're on to something there, but I would have needed to do this. How do I need to like... Oh, okay, he just died too. Right. I can only capture rares, but I want to see like how does the effect look. Before, if you capture something, the gem is pretty much permanently affixed to that particular creature, but after today's update, you can actually do the disenchantment function, and that'll actually separate the creature from the gem, and you can reuse the gem. So that's really nice. I forgot that's a hunter's thing. Yeah, it's awesome. I should have teleported. I didn't realize I was going to go all the way down here, but some of those areas to the left were just dead ends, so. This is not a dead end. Okay, good. Maybe we look at the next rare and see how it works. How are you guys still alive? My god. Tanky boys. It's gotta be up here somewhere, right? Okay, there's one. Let me kill your friends first, please. Okay, hold on, buddy. Stop it! Stop it! Don't die. Okay, I don't have an attack that won't kill him, I don't think. Stop doing stuff. Y'all stay over here. No! Why would you run into my weapon, you idiot? You stupid little pig. Okay, there'll be another. There'll certainly be another. Loose rebel, we found the encampment. That's cool.
If only I got here sooner.
The heck is that? Whale shackles? White hackles. White hackles. Okay, what is this doing? Did it work? Oh, I don't want to kill him though now. No, don't die. I don't want to. Yeah. Go away. think it's off of him now, right? Because I didn't want him, but that was neat. Oh, can I Pokemon this guy? Yeah. See, you can either Pokemon them, or you can take their hearts. Right now I like taking their hearts. I want to find a really... Well, I'm quick. But I can't wait to find a really good Pokemon we can use. I'm so fast. I can't wait to get our movement speed up. Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Abomination. Hold on.
Alright, this has to be it, right? Oh, I found another. Infernal Gash.
That was almost a challenge.
Oh, he didn't have a heart, I guess. There it is. Okay, perfect. So now we run in here, we tag the waypoint, and then we'll go kill the Chimera.
I know now.
Okay. Here, I think? Yes. They're gonna nerf this little guy too and make it to where some of the foliage is easier to see through, so his ground effects are a little bit easier to spot.
To try.
And then they're gonna nerf the one in the trials, I believe, to do the flame breath a lot less. And not regain energy shield when he's up in the air. He's just sitting here. This is great. I like it.
Soften a wound.
Not the poison. We don't like poison. That didn't last very long. They're probably gonna nerf that, right? That's very strong. That's nasty strong. Oh my. Why do I have no more heals? I've been so sloppy. Is that a first try? I'm just kidding. Yeah, and then no. Hikwani. I'm starving. Oh, I already hear the gem, or the little door thing. Gotta grab it now, so it's just right here. I heard it over here somewhere. I see it now too. Ow, my face. More enemies, huh? Soul Core. Apparently Soul Calibur 2, which was one of the first Soul Calibur, well, it was the first Soul Calibur game I ever played on PlayStation 2. But Soul Calibur 2 is going to come out on the Nintendo Switch 2. And they're going to, of course, bring back a lot of games. Which, that's pretty neat. I mean, I'm okay. That's fine. Like, it's just a nice feature, nice bonus. And they're bringing a lot of games that were originally, like, console, like, your typical console, like PlayStation or Xbox exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm more interested in, like, the original IPs. And I hate the way Donkey Kong looks. It's so hard for me to get over that because I'm used to look at his style from, I don't know, before he had like weird like black marks around his eyes. But that's something I'll have to get used to because it makes him look so much younger. And he looks like one of his cousins actually. He doesn't look like Donkey Kong anymore to me. He looks like one of his cousins. I forget which one. But in Donkey Kong 64 you can play as him. But anyways, long story short, those are going to be fun. The Metroid game's going to be fun, of course. Duskbloods, you know, as long as it doesn't have too heavy of an emphasis on the multiplayer, has potential. But I am leaning away from like the multiplayer stuff if I can. I just prefer the single player experience, honestly. I hear one. All I need is two. I'm gonna try and make this very efficient. We got one. Now we just need a second so we can kill Blackjaw and find him, and then we'll be good. And we beat the game. What? I just got a unique spear, brothers. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so ugly. I love it. Physical damage is ass. Why is that so bad? 18 to 33, that's okay. Level 5. This was a leveling unique and I didn't get it until Cruel. Oh, that's so cool though. Strikes deal splash damage. Cannot use projectiles. This is the one that Kirill's got. Damn. That's so cool looking though. That's a leveling unique, clearly. Because it's capped at that level 5. Do I have exploding corpses or something? I can't believe I got it. I know! It looks so cool. Which is fine, because I really don't have to throw, so I just throw stuff for kind of just to mix it up a little bit. Certainly not a must. But unfortunately the fizz damage is too low. That's a leveling unique, and we're beyond that point, unfortunately. We are beyond that point, and that's really sucky because I would have loved to use that. I would have used that so hard. Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that. I need one more. It's more of a statue, actually. But we can call it a fossil. It's not gonna be here. I don't hear the ka-ching. It's definitely not over here. Yeah, that would have been a really fun unique to have. And it had 27 strength. Can you imagine that with Stomping Ground when you're first starting? Like, my god, level 5. You're killing everything in one hit. You already are with Stomping Ground, but it would be even more satisfying. Going for it. This is Blackjaw. Let's kill him and get our permanent buff real quick. I say real quick. Of course you did an AoE strike. You jerk. No, I was wondering who's gonna do that. He's doing it. No way. Ah, look at his health. I was literally just trying to do my blood hunt, but I got stopped mid-strike. That was insane. No. No, no, no. Nar, nar, nar. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Shan't we? Dude, your intro takes forever. AoE strike. Got me again. Yikes, that was scary.
Soften a wound.
Let's do it this time. Alright.
Simmer down, you great big.
Striking spears, not what we need.
Simmer down, you great.
Matthias says, Inhuman, in your opinion, why do you think people are bandwagon haters or hating on Ubisoft and some of these bigger game developer companies? Any idea or insight? Well, I would say, like, largely it's just ignorance. Okay, so first and foremost, it's because of the influence that content creators have and streamers have. So, like, I call these people, like, influencers, you know? And it doesn't mean that they have, like, a good influence on anything, but they can definitely, if you have a large enough following, you can create an opinion on something, even if it's, like, unfounded, right? And then if you have enough people follow you, then they'll start believing it, because that's just kind of the power of influence. It's just like it's kind of like a, think of it like a, I don't know, a step down from like charisma, you know, say, hey, you don't even have to have the charisma as long as you just have enough followers, and that's sufficient, you know, that gives you credibility and stuff. So your opinions can start becoming perceived as facts. And then, so and why do people do that? Because they're empowered by social media, one. Why do content creators do it? Because they want to get paid, and people are going to click on the videos if it's more, you know, more engagement. So initially it has to do with, you know, it's all driven from attention and money, and then ignorance drives a lot of it too. And then, man, some people are just racist. Like, some people are just stupid. And to me, racism is just simply a result of being ignorant. It's just ignorance, lack of knowledge of or ability to have the ability to appreciate other culture, whatever it may be. But it's just racism, because they're just being stupid about, you know, character races and this and that. But it's like, when the funny thing is, sometimes a lot of these have like historical backing, and those games in particular. And he's based off Yasuke, if that's not even his name, but if that is his name in the game. But Yasuke was a black samurai, you know. So it's like, it's not like these things are unheard of. Like, history and truth is more stranger than fiction, I always say. Read the Bible if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's just one of those things where it's like, whatever you can imagine, like what actually happened, and the truth is way more, you know, interesting and impossible seeming than anything that we could conjure up in our little minds. But I think it has largely to do with just the fact that nowadays social media has been given so much leverage, and creators, whether they be streamers or content creators, they have the ability now to influence people, just because they might be even getting paid to have these opinions, right? And to state and make it seem as if they have an opinion on a certain thing, but in actuality all they're doing is they're just trying to, you know, fulfill a contract, or they might actually have an opinion, but because they have a large following, you then have a bunch of people that don't like to think for themselves, and then they believe that's the new truth, you know. So I think it largely has to do with the social media's impact on people, engagement for content creators, which means money, so greed, and then ignorance, and then of course like a subcategory of ignorance, racism. People are just stupid. And now every time there's a game that's being made, race is somehow like why is it a black person, a black protagonist or whatever. It's like, who cares? And if you don't like that, then don't play the game. Like, if that's your thing. But to me, it's like, nobody cares. So those are my major things, and those are totally my beliefs. But I think they're right. I mean, shoot, I've been around long enough. I am right. Trust me on this one. But yeah, that's what I would say, Matthias. Too much of a good thing and everything becomes bad. Yeah, that's like the hero becoming the villain, Tom Brady style. Matthias says, so basically a lynch mob or a lynch mob, man. And that's a terrible thing, but that is literally, yeah, that is what it is. Bandwagon haters cult. Absolutely. You summed up what I said in just a really quick way to like to just literally 2 words. But yeah, that's why I think a lot of people do that, because also you don't want to be on the opposing end of if everybody thinks this and I'm on this side. Well, no one supports me. I'm an outcast. I don't have the support. And so people like to be in that kind of have that comfort of having people agree with them. Like, think of politics, for example, right? I mean, if you have a differing opinion, you're an idiot, you're a lower class person, blah, 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 blah. It's like all this other stuff. And that's not the truth, right? It's just those are easy ways to try and undermine somebody. You have to attack their credibility and their person and their character. And those are nasty little tactics that people use. And then subconsciously, we're like, yeah, that's true. So it's not. We have to be intelligent. We're supposedly the most intelligent species. We have to act like it every once in a while. But yeah, that's my little tip of the day. Don't be an ass. Be a good person. Zero sum game. I like that too. I remember you talked about that. If people who historically lacked power have representation, the interpretation means that those who historically had power lost it in order for the underrepresented to gain power. That's very true. And now, because you didn't think about who is pushing a lot of these agendas and a lot of these like opinions that are highly debated, it's people that you typically would never have any voice, but social media has empowered these people to, because of that little wall of anonymity. You know, even if there isn't anonymity, they're still a character or a persona. They're not themselves, right? And so that's why they have that. They're emboldened to do and say stupid stuff. But don't be idiots. Don't be ignorant. I know you guys are awesome, but don't fall into those traps. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose your way. You guys are awesome. Don't be a content creator, pretty much. Or a politician. Just kidding. You guys are awesome. I am running late, so I have to go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will be streaming tomorrow, kicking some more butt. So I hope you guys join me. We'll be in endgame, and then we'll figure out what we need to do schedule-wise. So next week we'll be changing it up, spicing things up a bit. Not only PoE 2, but of course incorporating other games as well. Matthias says, if I'm correct in all my thoughts and whatnot are backed up by facts, and I assuredly don't mind being an outcast. The same thing. Think about, I always bring up the Bible stuff, like, so people that followed, like Christ, they're always in the minority. People that were, whenever the Israelites were being led to the promised land by God and stuff, they were in the minority. So it's like, it's typically the people that are doing the right thing or whatever else, they are in the minority, and you have a lot of opposition, and it's not easy, and it's very uncomfortable, and you're constantly being attacked. So if you're constantly being attacked and people are constantly saying you're wrong, and you probably have some facts that are on the contrary, then maybe you're just doing the right thing. You don't have to believe what everybody else believes. But anyways, this is a little example. You guys are awesome. I'm running late though. You guys have a great rest of your day. Matthias says, thanks for the stream, Inhuman. Awesome stream as always, and thanks for answering my question. Always, man. That's what I'm here for. I'll catch you guys next stream though. Take care.